Memphis, 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 Memphis. Nothing but Memphis.
But Memphis, Showboats, right here on the Captain's Log with your host, Brandon, a.k.a. The Captain. Appreciate you guys tuning in every week, spending some time with me, talking a little Showboats football. And let me tell you, the past few weeks, it's been great to talk Showboats football. All right. Yacht Club, stand up. Harbor, stand up. The Port, whatever we want to call the stadium. Everybody stand up. 3-game winning streak. Okay, let's take a step back. Just 3 short weeks ago. Okay. There's the Showboats, 0-3, looking like a defeated, just demoralized team. We took a spanking to the Stallions back in week 2, 42-2 beatdown. I told Skip Holtz, you know what? We'll remember that. And we're remembering something. Okay. The Showboats found themselves week 4 against the Panthers. We've been on a tear ever since. Took down them, took care of the undefeated Breakers, and now we took down the best defense in the league in most people's eyes, the Pittsburgh Maulers. Okay. Took that team down 22-0. Okay. Shutout city. Okay. Couple firsts to talk about here real quick. All right. First shutout for the Showboats in their modern history here. First shutout of a Todd Haley-led USFL team here. Cool for me to see that, being covering the Bandits last year with Todd Haley. And another first, the first home game win back at Liberty Bowl, back in the stadium. First win since the 80s. Okay, the Showboats fans, we've had 2 games beforehand in Memphis. The season opener against the Stars, heartbreaking loss, 4-point loss. Then we lost to the Gamblers. It was technically a Gamblers home game since Houston shares a hub with Memphis. So Gamblers beat us in that one. I think that was also another 4-point game. And that one was a shootout, though. Thrilling game for the fans in attendance. But the Yacht Club, the fans of this era, have not seen a Showboats win at home yet. Until now. What a win it was. 22-0. You see it right there on screen. And when you go and you pitch a shutout like that, guess what? Your defense was on fire. All right. I figured this would be a game talking about the defense. I didn't know it would be talking about only the Showboats defense. Okay. Maulers, credit their defense. They did what they could. You know, when you're just out there that long and your offense can't really give you that time off and give you some points and give you some momentum, it's going to be a long day for the defense. And it was a long day for the Maulers defense. So can't expect those guys to go out there and, you know, win the whole game for you. It's got to be a team effort. But the Showboats defense, I mean, they might have been able to win that whole game for the Boats. Absolutely gets the game ball. If I had a game ball, send it to the defense, send it to Cardinal Lake. He's got this defense humming. He's got it all turned around. Maulers unable to do anything, obviously, on the ground or in the air. Troy Williams, the Maulers quarterback. Maulers were coming off a good game last week. They had a pretty solid game. Offense looked like it finally found a little bit of a groove, and they came to Memphis, and we just shut that thing down. Shut it down. No problem. Couple guys on the defense I want to talk about. Troy Williams, like I said, he got benched. I was going to say that before I got off. Troy Williams got benched for James Morgan. James Morgan came in. I believe he threw a pick almost immediately, either immediately or a couple plays in. He threw a pick, and then he threw another one. Okay. Defense, just nasty. Troy Warner, who's been just a stud for the Showboats, leads the team in tackles. Dude's all over the field. He finally gets his first interception of the season in this game. Shout out Troy, especially getting one with his big brother in attendance, Fred Warner. Pro Bowl stud, All-Pro, I believe, as well. If he ain't All-Pro, he should be. Stud linebacker in the NFL for the 49ers. He was at the game. And, you know, that's one thing about the USFL, man. It's real cool to see, you know, a lot of these guys have NFL connections. You know, the Gamblers have Josh Peterson. You know, his dad's Doug Peterson, head coach of the Jaguars. So we know that there's scouts always at these games, but you also don't know who else could be at these games. You know, Stallions games, Randy Moss is in the stands, you know. So Love the league. Love the league being able to bring in even more eyes, bring in even more folks. It's awesome. I love the connections we have all over the league. But back to this defense, okay? Let's see, we talked about Troy Warner and then Kyrie Woods. Okay, Kyrie Woods got another interception in this game. Okay, he was just graded the best player on the Showboats via Pro Football Focus. Shout out the boy Ben Cooper over there, giving us some cool USFL PFF grades every week. As soon as I find those, I put them right on my Twitter for you guys to see for the Showboats players. And Kyrie was just eligible last week to be on the PFF thing, and shows up first guy, number one. He's got a score of 90.9, also one of the highest scores in the league. So this defense is just playing at a high level, man. They're clicking on all cylinders. Everybody's doing their job. The turnover differential, we're at +4. We lead the league in turnover differential. That's huge, huge, huge. Got to win those situational football moments. Got to be opportunistic. You know, you could argue this team may not have the best defense in the league. I don't know. I mean, a shutout's pretty good. But they're probably maybe the most opportunistic team in the league. Can we say that? I think we can agree on that maybe. But anyway, they're heating up at the right time. Turnover differential of +4. First 3 weeks, it was at -4. Okay, complete 180. Showboats defense getting hot, getting ready, putting us in position to make a real run at this thing. So on to the offense. Pretty efficient performance. Again, they didn't have to do much thanks to the defense, but they did what they had to do. Okay. One big thing that happened this week that we haven't seen in weeks prior, we got a run game. We got a little bit of a run game, folks. All right. Just watch out. Juwan Washington got the starting role this week after Kareth White was sidelined with an injury. Sucked to see Kareth go down. He was also, I believe he was number 5 on the top 5 PFF highest graded players for the Boats for the past 2 weeks. I want to say he's been up there in the top 5. So you definitely thought, you know, the run game might not be able to find it this week either, but Juwan Washington steps in. Ezra Gray behind him gets activated for the first time this season. And Juwan he took it over, man. It was awesome to see. He had a season high for the Boats with 71 rushing yards. Okay, the Boats are averaging only 67 rushing yards per game right now. So he just got more than the average. Okay. Showboats have been desperately lacking a running game. Okay. I like that we were doing a lot of north and south, a lot of downhill running, not too many outside runs, sweeps, pitches, nothing like that. And that seemed to really work. Seemed to be a good little bread and butter. You know, Juwan, he's a smaller guy. He can get lost behind them big dudes and then squirt right out the other side, off for the races. Had a big run in this one. If we could just carry that over, it's going to be interesting to see if Kareth White is healthy to go this week, who will get the full workload there, or if it'll just be in a full-on even split, 50-50 split between Juwan and Kareth White. But it seems like maybe the offensive line as well is starting to click, starting to gel together. You know, the boys are starting to get it. Didn't feel like Cole was really – I mean, he was flustered. You know, the Maulers defense is the Maulers defense. They're going to get you sometimes. But it felt like overall the offensive line, we're starting to get there. We're starting to get there. We're a little banged up at offensive line. We're a little thin. So, excuse me. So, glad to see the O-line playing, opening up some run lanes. Juwan, huge shout out to Juwan. This is a guy – excuse me. This is a guy that was just cut before the season even started. Okay, he was on the Bandits team last year. I figured he would be on the team this year. Him and Alex Collins, two of the veterans in the room, if you will. Collins with his NFL experience, Juwan with his professional football experience as well, and being with Todd Haley from last year. Juwan ends up getting cut before the season even starts, and then comes in, and I think 2 weeks ago he came in, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago after Alex Collins went down, and this week he got his opportunity and he shined, man. You know, huge game for Juwan. I know he feels good about that one. Huge shout out to Juwan. Hell of a game, brother. Hell of a game. And last but not least, a true team effort is never won without special teams. All right. Special teams. showed up good again today. Brandon Wright doing his thing, looking like he's on his way to all USFL punter times 2 years in a row. Alex Kessman still looking like Alex Cashman. Okay, 3 for 3 on his field goals with a long of 48. Struggling with them extra points, though. He's been a little inconsistent with the extra points. Hopefully we can clean that up. Just, never good to leave points out there. If you can get an extra point, get an extra point. It's called an extra point. They want to give it to you. Let's get them. All right, let's take all the points we can. Nom. Either way, Alex is on fire. He's killing it. Clean up the extra points. We'll be good. And, of course, the historic touchdown of the game, Derek Dillon with the 110-yard kick six. My man's heel was on the back of the end zone, okay? You can tell me 109 and 3/4, 109 and 11/12. I don't care what fraction you make up. My man's got 110 yards. Give my man's 110 yards, okay? I don't know what else to say. Give him some oxygen after the play and give him 110 yards. He got the kick six right at the end of right going into halftime. Absolutely, you felt like that was it. You kind of felt like that was it. This is the dagger. No way the Maulers can recover from this. I thought maybe they'd get a couple extra point or a couple field goals, but Chris Blewett missed a field goal or two. Unfortunately, this week he might have blew it a couple times. But other than that, Blewett's been on fire. And to be fair, I think it was like a 50-yard field goal too. So rough week for the Maulers, great week for the Boats, great team effort, great team win, historic touchdown. You love to see it. But this week coming up, we got the Gamblers coming back to town, all right? We live in the same town, but they're coming to our town, all right? This is our stadium. This is our city. They're just renting it, all right? They're just living here, and we're collecting rent. We didn't collect rent the first time, but we're going to collect some rent this time, all right? These boys gamble on the Showboat. Gambling's legal in Tennessee, I'm pretty sure, and we can't have these guys gambling on the Showboat this weekend. The Showboat's closed, casino's closed. We're knocking these boys down, hopefully. I don't want to talk too much crap because gamblers are heating up at the right time right now, okay? Just like the Boats, they're on the ascend. They're on the upward trend. If we can just contain Mark Thompson, okay? Just contain it. He's going to get his yards. He's going to get a touchdown, maybe 2, all right? The offense is going to have to respond, okay? No matter what they do, we got to put points on the board. We got to match them because if they get up early, they've got Mark Thompson and we don't, okay? We've been able to shut down Wes Hills and Reggie Corbin these past 3 weeks, all right? 2 of the more notable USFL running backs, one of which was on his way to Offensive Player of the Year before having a few rough games these past weeks. So I believe we can contain Mark Thompson. All right. He's a different dude. He's a bruiser. He's a little bowling ball out there just freaking knocking dudes over. Not a little bowling ball either. Sorry. Not like Darius Victor, but like a big old bowling ball, taller bowling ball. So going to have to contain Mark, obviously. And then even if you contain Mark, they still got some solid weapons on the outside. Kenji Bahar is a good quarterback. He can make some NFL-level throws. We saw it before with that touch pass down the seam to Josh Peterson. Love Kenji's game. He's really come on this year. He's got Anthony Ratliff-Williams, T.O. Redding, and Justin Hall as his receivers. All right, pretty good lineup. Got to cover those guys. Get some pressure on Kenji. The defensive line is another Showboat staple. That defense is looking awesome. Jordan Williams is back. So hopefully we can pressure Kenji, get him off his spot, get him rattled, and we need to start fast, start early, all them cute little cliches, We know what we got to do. Can't let the Gamblers get ahead. If they get ahead, they'll be able to rest with Mark Thompson and just do whatever they want. So all in all, tough matchup this week. A little bit of a low scoring affair. I don't think it'll be a shootout like the first time we met. Let me get a 24-20 win here. We get a turnover or 2. We hold Mark Thompson to less than 100 yards and maybe just 1 touchdown. Okay, that'd be success for me. And then we can get them back. We'll split a game. The South Division playoffs will be wide open. It's looking good, man. It's looking good. It's awesome to talk to you guys after these Showboats wins. We are 3 in a row. Let's make it 4 in a row. Hopefully the fans show up and show out. I know the Yacht Club faithful will be there, loud and proud. They got their captain's hats on. You see them on TV. They got their signs. They're always showing love. Hopefully, we can get even more people out to the Liberty Bowl. Showboats are on a roll, so why not? I know the weather last week was a little iffy, a little ugly for most of the game. This week, I checked the forecast. Who knows how much that really is? Weathermen are weathermen. They do their thing. But it looks sunny, nice 80-degree day, nice family day. Kickoffs at 2:30, 1:30 Central. Sorry, I'm in Eastern. But like I said, man, the Memphians will be out there to support. Let's keep this winning streak going. If you guys are interested in gambling, check my YouTube short out on the USFL Network YouTube right here. It's called Sink or Swim. I just went 11-1 this week. I pick every game, 3 bets per game. I pick the winner against the spread, and the over/under. I went 11-1 this week. It can't really get much better. The Breakers screwed me over, losing to the Stars. Who would have thought that would have happened? But if you're into gambling, I do a quick hitter over there, maybe 45, 60 seconds a week, right before the weekend's games kick off. Appreciate you guys showing up. Appreciate you guys showing me some love. I appreciate the Yacht Club. You guys have welcomed me in. I appreciate you. Appreciate. Anyway, go Bolts, guys.